We use Microsoft Teams every single day. It's a place where we chat with our colleagues, join meetings, and get our work done. But keeping on top of the latest changes in Teams is more important than you might think. Because if we can understand the new features, well, they can completely change the way that we work. And so in today's tutorial, we're going to check out the very latest updates in Teams, including brand new calendar features that make planning with our team easier, a new meeting timer that helps keep our meetings on track, and new Copilot workflows in Teams that can also automate so much more, and an all-important button change that stops us asking in our meetings if everyone can hear us okay. And before we jump in, I just wanted to also say a big thank you to Teamflect, who are supporting today's video. It's an all-in-one performance management tool built into Teams, and we'll find out a little bit more on Teamflect later on. And before we head into Teams, if you haven't already, do hit that subscribe button and don't be part of the 90% who don't subscribe to the channel and miss out on all of these important tutorials. So let's dive into Teams. So let's get started and check out a change in the Microsoft Teams calendar. And yes, you may think, well, this isn't a new feature, Scott, and you would be correct. But this new Teams calendar is now becoming the default in Microsoft Teams. Yes, previously we'd have to go to our three dot menu in the settings and turn on the new calendar, but not anymore. With this new experience now becoming the default, it also brings new capabilities. For example, on the left-hand side, you can select Show All to see multiple calendars. Yes, that includes your colleagues' calendars, and also you'll see group calendars as well from Microsoft 365 Groups. Now meaning you can go and select your colleagues and see them on your own calendar view, as we can see here. But also, if you wanted to split the view to see them side by side, well, you can do that by selecting the calendar view and then choose Split View. Now you'll see your colleague's calendar alongside your own in an easy visual way, rather than being overlaid. Want to return back? Of course, drop into the same option and uncheck Split View to now see your colleagues and your own calendar now shown overlaid. And this new calendar experience also comes with new filter options. You can now select Filter and then choose from different filters here. For example, I've got in my own diary a number of projects in relation to Project Greenspace, so I can go ahead and I could select Project Greenspace by unselecting all and selecting Project Greenspace. And now I can get a view of my own working week of which meetings relate to Project Greenspace. And there are other options in the filters you can choose from, even show where the meetings need to be in person, so you can ensure you travel to the office at the right time and date, and even show different types of meeting. This is now all configured in these filters available to you in the new calendar experience. And another way to use a new calendar experience, well, if you want to also set up some time to focus on work, you don't need to go and open up a new event or an appointment. No, just highlight the time and the date and start typing. You can now see here that we can simply type in what you want to focus on and press enter. And that now will be an event added into your calendar without even going into an appointment and adding all of that detail. So there's a number of enhancements now in a new Teams calendar experience, which is now being enabled by default. And there's now new experiences in the Workflow app in Microsoft Teams. By going to the left-hand side and selecting the three dot menu and selecting Workflows, you'll now see new options. If you have a Microsoft 365 Copilot license, there's even better options to consider. Here are some right here, shown with the Copilot icon. I could set up a recap of communications on a given topic, or help me prepare for my day. By left-clicking into one of these options, we can go ahead and now specify what this workflow should do. For example, summarising communications relating to a topic or maybe a project in a period of time and notifying me over Teams or on email. Let's go ahead and add a topic for Project Greenspace, giving me a summary across the month that's going to be sent on email every single day. Let's go ahead and add those into our new workflow. And with that workflow now saved and being run, here's the output. I had an email from Microsoft Copilot, and it outlines any communications where we discuss Project Greenspace, including files, Teams messages, emails, meetings, and more. sent to me every single day so I can catch up on Project Greenspace without having to look across all my files and emails. And there's a huge amount of other options in the Teams workflow app with Copilot capabilities and even non-Copilot experiences. So check out those new experiences inside of the workflow app in Teams. And how much time do we waste looking for attachments either in Microsoft Teams channels or chat messages? Yes, we can use the search function to try and find that file. But what if you knew what channel or chat thread it was in? Is there a quick way to find those attachments like documents or Excel files? Well, absolutely is. Inside of your chat and also your channel threads, you can go over and select the search or find in chat button. And in this dialog here, we don't even need to input a search keyword. Just select has attachment, and now what we can easily see here is it shows us all messages shared in this chat which include any attachments. By left clicking, it takes us straight back to that chat message with a link to our invoice tracker. And also, as I mentioned, it's also in Teams channels. Let's go into a Microsoft team and then head into a channel. Once again, click on the find or search button in the top right, select has attachment, and there we go, a proposal for our digital marketing project, now easily found by a couple of clicks in our Teams channel. So if you need to find that all-important file shared in a chat or a Teams channel, simply click has attachment and go and find those much-needed files. Alongside these new exciting features in Microsoft Teams, it's just as important to think about how we manage the performance of the teams that we work in. And that's where today's video sponsor, Teamflect, comes in. Teamflect is an all-in-one performance management tool built right into Microsoft Teams. It gives you a single streamlined place to run your one-to-ones, set goals, give and receive feedback, manage reviews, and much more, all without leaving Teams. It's designed to help managers and employees stay aligned, accountable, and connected, especially in hybrid or remote working environments, where structure and visibility really do matter. So if you're looking for a simple, effective way to support your team's performance, why not check out the link in the video description below and get started for free today. So now we've improved our team's performance, let's head back into Teams and check out those new updates. And there's new changes in Microsoft Teams meeting that you can take advantage of. The first is a new timer. Yes, inside of your Teams meeting, selecting the three-dot menu and then selecting timer will now give us the option to run a timer in our meetings. And yes, you may be thinking, well, if the meeting already has a time slot of an hour or 30 minutes, why on earth do we need a timer? But this is really handy if you want to also focus on a topic and then time yourself. And that will be also shown to your peers in the meeting. Yes, that means that you could now specify that you want to have 10 minutes focusing on a particular area of Project Greenspace. By selecting Start, this visual indicator now begins to tick down, and we also see at the top of the screen in a graphic. And yes, as I mentioned, your colleagues can also see that and keep track. If you need more time on your timer, maybe because you're speaking a little bit too much in detail, click on the timer icon and simply add a few more minutes, and the timer will be updated or could equally be cancelled. That gives you a great way now to track time and focus on a particular topic and ensure you're right on time with the help of a timer. And how many times do we still end up on mute in meetings? And even when you've configured your device to talk, such as one of your microphones, you still need to check that everyone can hear you. Well, now in Microsoft Teams, when you speak, you'll now see when you're unmuted that the mic button in the top right of your meeting has a visual indicator when it's picking up an input audio. Yes, that now means there's no need to ask people in the meetings whether they can hear you. Check the visual indicator to ensure that your voice is being picked up. And of course, well, if it shouldn't be, go ahead and turn off the mic to ensure you can be muted in the meeting. And in Teams meetings, it's often the case if you're working with third parties, you also need to control your meeting. It could be even that your IT administrator applies specific meeting controls to stop people sharing their screen or even unmuting themselves. But now, as a meeting organizer, you now have the ability to click on the controls button inside of your Teams meeting. And now it allows us to enable the lobby, allow all participants to share their screen, chat, or mute themselves or turn on their cameras. So yes, if we're going to allow the meeting chat, because for any reason it's been turned off, we can simply do that by these controls straight in the meeting. We also want to change other meeting options specific to this meeting, choose view more options, and in here you'll now see all the different options, including the all important Copilot options to take transcriptions and more. That's a quick way now to get to meeting controls without disrupting the flow of your meeting. And an important change in Microsoft Teams is also the introduction of the new threads experience inside of your channels. Yes, we're looking at the traditional experience we've seen for many years in Microsoft Teams. A whole lot of posts that we can scroll back up to and see all the replies in line. The problem is though, it gets really busy in your Teams channels with lots and lots of posts and replies. And instead, a new threads option can bring them all together in a more modern experience. And to check that out, let's head into one of our channels where we've turned this on. And here itself is one of the posts in Microsoft Teams, but we can see a number of replies from my colleagues. Now I can left click and see all of the replies on the right hand side and begin to reply to them really easily in this right hand side thread. You can also have the ability to click on the three dot menu and follow and unfollow a thread, meaning you'll be notified if there's any new replies. This now means that this new experience can make your teams and channels a lot more organized and easier to work with. If you want to find out more on how to turn on the new threads experience in Teams, why not check out the other video on our channel where we dig in a little bit deeper. And last but not least, Microsoft have also announced a new change to all of their product logos in Microsoft 365. And this graphic is a great one to show that. Yes, I'm old enough to remember the logos from 2001 and 2003, but now on this right hand side we'll see a new set of the new logos being used in Microsoft 365 apps, which will be releasing very soon. So yes, you may also see a new logo for Microsoft Teams appearing on your computer. And don't worry, it's the same app, but with a new logo. So we've just explored some exciting new features rolling out across Microsoft Teams. From smarter meetings and better calendar tools to an all-important button change that ensures we're definitely not on mute in our next meeting. But do remember that not everyone will see these updates immediately. Microsoft typically rolls features out in stages, so if something you've shown isn't live in your Teams app today, don't worry, it's most likely on the way. And when it does, well, you'll be ready to hit the ground running and use that new feature straight away. Now I'd love to hear from you. Which of these new features in Teams are you most excited to try? Why not drop me a comment below and let me know. And if you found this video helpful, why not give it a thumbs up? And if you haven't already, join the thousands of people getting the most of Microsoft 365 every single week by hitting that subscribe button and the bell icon. And before we wrap up today, a final thank you to Teamflect for supporting this tutorial. If you're looking to manage performance and engagement across your team right inside of Microsoft Teams, don't forget to check out the link below. And other than that, I look forward to seeing you in the next one.